And what's interesting in the United States is that, and you guys can read this online, is the press about technology as well. You know, companies aren't being funded at all. Valuations are way down, you know, and we're going into sort of a nuclear winter with companies trying to sort of lock down on their costs. That's not true. That's not true. It's press and it's hype, and what's really happening is it's business as usual. It really is. You know, I would say probably earlier stage companies are the beneficiary of the dramatic decrease in valuations for more mature companies. Because what's happening is the venture community, the venture funds themselves have had a great year. They've raised a lot of money. So limited partners have put a lot of money into the tier 1 venture funds. And right now, those funds are sitting on that capital. It's too early to deploy. The question is, when will they? And what's happened is the institutions like JP Morgan, Bain & Company, you know, some of the private equity firms that were investing in more mezzanine stage companies that were going public, that money now is going into venture. So I think really what's happened is the institutional money that was going sort of downstream to do venture now has gone into the venture funds themselves, not as sort of a funds play, but trying to take advantage of the brand name of the Sequoias and Accels and New Enterprise Associates, and Andreessen Horowitz is probably the hottest fund, West Coast anyway, Union Square in New York. But you know, sort of that signature branding of those funds brings in startups, the best ones. And so the institutions are going in, and I think that's the reason why they've raised so much capital, quite honestly. So I would say, don't be deterred by what you're reading in the press about how tumultuous the markets are. The reason is that early stage companies are not affected by it. The valuations have never really been that high anyway. They're higher than they are in Europe, but the companies that have really been hit on valuation are the mid-stage companies, mid-stage and mezzanine stage, right? And the metrics have changed somewhat.